Why is it actually counterproductive to respond to various children's use of a behavior, such as kicking, in the same way? It can become counterproductive to respond to certain children's behavior if the child is acting out in order to gain the attention. In these cases, the student will be rewarded if the activity is acknowledged because the ultimate goal is to gain attention, whether that is positive or negative. That being said, each child needs a varied reaction. If the child is causing harm to another child or themselves, it must be dealt with immediately and with the preset classroom policies. What sources of information do you gather in your classroom that will help lead to an individual behavior planning for children? Observation and note-taking would be the best way to track and plan for individual behavioral planning for children. By taking detailed notes of the day, it helps teachers look for patterns with children's behaviors and possible triggers that cause the positive or negative behavior. These notes can be taken in various forms, ranging from dated post-it notes to charts that deeply investigate the behavior, triggers, and solutions. These notes also help teachers understand what works and what does not work with each student, as well as keep track of how their own reaction affects the situation. What are the benefits of having several short-term goals embedded within a long-term goal for a child? There are many benefits to having short-term goals embedded into a long-term behavioral goal for young children. I feel as though the most beneficial of these is the continuous positive reinforcement and attainable goals that children need to maintain motivated. When there is a long-term goal for a child, it can seem overwhelming and unattainable, which can cause the child to not have the desire to strive towards their change of behavior. By adding in short-term goals for children, they can see that they are making progress, and that when the short-term goals are obtained, they are making progress to their ultimate behavioral long-term goal. What risk factors should be considered in choosing the most effective strategies for a child? The strategic factors that would need to be considered for a child would be based on a case-by-case situation. Not all children are going to react to the same strategy in the same way, and therefore the effectiveness would pertain to the child's specific needs. Various factors that would need to be considered would be their home life, economic standard, ethnic background, academic level, and personal causes for behavior in need of adjustment. After a new strategy is applied, if a behavior actually gets worse, why does that indicate that the strategy may be working and will require patience within implementation? Children are very comfortable with consistency and routine, and therefore do not always immediately adjust well to change. It is often referred to that children thrive when their life is well organized and placed into an unchanging routine. When a child is used to acting one way and receiving a certain reaction, it can be difficult for them to understand that they will be receiving a different reaction while the behavior is being adjusted. This can oftentimes cause for outbursts from the children, since they are experiencing confusion as their previous routine is being changed. It is important to remember that behavioral development in children is an ongoing process as they continue to grow and change along with their environment.